Doctor62492 here, and today I'm going to be unboxing for you and reviewing the Power Rangers Alpha 5 figure for the new movie. And of course, for those that are going to ask, I am going to see it tomorrow. I'm super excited to see it. So, but let's take a look at the packaging real quick before we take a look at the figure. It says Power Rangers Alpha 5 Action Hero right there. All these warning and hazard things right there. And you got that nice morpher background that's on all the figures and toys, and you got Alpha in the window right there. Really cool. And then we have the back here, and it shows all the other figures that are included. So you only get red, blue, black, pink, and yellow, as well as Alpha. And then we got a little, I guess, silhouette of some pretty obvious figures coming very soon. So there's that. So let's take Alpha out of the packaging and see what he's like. Alright guys, here is Alpha unpackaged and ready to go here. So just give you a quick little look at him. I know a lot of controversy is centered around this design of Alpha, and I honestly cannot say that this is the worst thing about the Power Rangers movie. I honestly think Goldar is the least appealing thing of the Power Rangers movie, but there is still a lot of controversy surrounding Alpha because he is such an iconic character to the show. Of course, a lot of people are going to nitpick and complain about the look and the, changes that are done for a movie based on a 20-year-old show. That's typical of fan bases and stuff. It's happened a lot on any property, any franchise. It's going to happen. But as far as that goes, opinions are opinions. I honestly do not think it's the worst thing ever. So, but as far as the figure goes, it's pretty decent. They got a legacy version which adds more paint to like the thighs and stuff like that, but it's essentially the same thing except a little bit more, in scale with the legacy stuff. But yeah, other than that, really, decent figure for your standard like movie figures. There's the front, which you've been looking at for quite some time now, and then here's the back. Right there, you got some pretty intricate little designs going on right there, which is pretty cool. So, but yeah, other than that, articulation-wise, you do have your rotation on the head, but it doesn't go. It doesn't rotate from the top of the neck. It rotates from the base of the neck right there. So, but it does do a full 360 right there. So there's that. He does have elbow articulation, but it only moves about halfway. It ain't full like elbow articulation. And you do have full arm rotation going on here, so that's pretty cool right there. You do have some leg rotation right there, some thigh rotation on a ball joint, single jointed knee, no ankle articulation whatsoever. So we're going to get a little bit closer to the figure real quick so I can show you guys some of the intricate details of this figure. So just, get a little more in depth on it. So if you guys can see right there, you got that nice little dome. Right there you get the, little flashlight eyes, which according to one of the, the clips, I guess they blink. So we got that blinking action going on with that. Then you got his neck right there. And I do believe they shrunk down the belly a little bit because everybody kind of made fun of how he looked like he was pregnant. Like it was like I made a joke just to be funny. I did a meme of that concept art photo saying this is how pregnant people pose all the time because the belly was kind of a little bit further out. It looked like he had a beer gut. So I think they shrunk it down just a little bit. So, based on comments and stuff. But you guys can see all this kind of like mesh design going on all around because he is alien. That is the central theme going on around this movie. And in the back right here, you guys can see all this detail. Of course, the brand number right there. So there's that. So pretty interesting designing going on right here. It's very intricate, very different, and I kind of like it. So now, size comparison time. As you guys can see, Alpha is in scale with the original 2010 Alpha figure, and then in scale with the Red Ranger from the same movie line. I recommend going ahead and getting these guys. If you guys can afford the Legacy figures, I do think these are pretty decent. There's a lot of people out there that are going to complain about the the figures looking like crap and stuff, but I personally like the look of the figures, and they are displayable. They look really nice. The Alpha figure is pretty decent looking. If you guys want to do any customizations, there's a lot of line work going on in this figure as far as intricate detail goes. Like I said, I recommend them. The figures are price pointed at like $10, so they're not that expensive. But other than that, guys, that is my review of the Power Rangers. Rather, I hate saying Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's Power Rangers movie figure Alpha 5. But anyway, guys, until then, I will see you guys next time with my next review. I'll talk to you guys later.